Episode 32. Zal had a son from his second wife. His name was Shakad. He was a good-looking boy. When Shakad was born, Zal asked the astronomers about his fate. They told him that Shakad had a dark future. He would do a great harm to Persia and make everybody sad. Zal felt sad. He decided to send Shakad to Kabul. King of Kabul looked after Shakad and taught him everything about governing. When Shakad grew up, King of Kabul asked him to marry his daughter and be his son-in-law. Shakad accepted. At that time, Kabul, and other areas near Sistan were all in control of Rostam. These lands had to pay tax to Sistan. After the marriage of Shakad and King's daughter, the King of Kabul expected Rostam not to get tax from them. But this did not happen, and it made Shakad and the king very upset. The king and Shakad decided to make a plot and get rid of Rostam. Their plot was bringing Rostam to Kabul and killing him. Some time later, the king held a big feast and invited all the important people to the palace. In the feast, he behaved badly with Shakad and made fun of his family. This was part of their plot. Shakad showed himself sad and angry and left the palace. He rode to Sistan to meet Rostam. He told Rostam of the rude behavior of the king of Kabul. Shakad knew that Rostam would come with him to Kabul to punish the king. As it was predicted by Shakad, Rostam and his men got ready to go to Kabul. When they arrived there, the king pretended to be sorry of his behavior and asked Rostam to forgive him. Rostam had no idea of their dirty trick. He believed king's words. The king told Rostam, "I was drunk in the feast and said things I had not to say. I want you to stay with us for a while. I have a beautiful meadow and you and your men can hunt there." Rostam loved hunting. The king and Shakad knew this. They had dug some big holes with blades in them that when Rostam entered the meadow, he would fall into one of them and die. Rostam and his men entered the meadow without knowing of this dirty plot. The holes were covered by grass. Sadly, Rostam and Raksh fell into one of them. They were badly injured. Rostam understood about the trick, but it was too late. Rostam knew that he would die of the wounds. He told Shakad, "I have a wish. Before I die, I want to have a bow and some arrows next me. Then, I can die peacefully." Shakad brought the bow and arrows for Rostam, but because he was afraid that Rostam would shoot arrows to him, quickly he hid behind a tree near the hole. Rostam put the arrow in the bow and shot with all his strength. The arrow passed the tree and hit Shakad. Shakad was also killed. Rostam had no strength left. He closed his eyes and left the world. His brother, Zavver, was also killed in one of the holes. One of Rostam's men who survived this incident, rode back to Sistan and informed Zal of this tragedy. Zal was full of grief. Rostam's body beside Raksh and Zavver was taken to Sistan. People grieved for them for a year. After 1 year, Zal asked Faramars, Rostam's son, to go to Kabul and get his father's revenge. Faramars and his soldiers attacked Kabul and arrested and killed the evil king of Kabul. In the capital, King Goshtasp, who was very old, gave the power to his grandson, Bahman, and he died shortly after. And the reign of King Bahman started. End of episode 32. Thank you for watching.